Hello everyone, it's exciting. We have a bit of an art haul. So without further ado, I'm going to change the view for you. And yes, we have a few bits here. So I'm going to move all these over to the side. And let's just start with this pack here. So these came from Temu, and you fill these up so it just screws, and then you fill it up with ink. I've got 3 of them. Let's get some paper. There we go, will do. So this is like a brush pen, and I've put the Rohrer and Klingner ink in here. So this is the blue ink. I can't remember what name it is, but it's basically a brush pen that I can keep refilling with the waterproof and light fast ink from Rohrer and Klingner. Did I fill any of the others? Ooh, I did. So I'm not sure what colour. This looks like Thea or Thea, however you want to pronounce it. So that's, I did fill that one. Did I fill this one? I think this is an empty one, so we can see the mechanism. Is it a plunge or is it a... I filled the other 2 when they arrived. Oh, hold on. I think you've got to line it up. Got a bit in the middle. Well, that's interesting because I did do it before. Oh, you screw. That's me trying to do something else. I was going to say, I know I did it before. Yeah, so as you screw, you can see the black bit going in, and as I unscrew, or do you just pull out? Then that starts to come out. So yes, these weren't a lot of money. I will put a link below, but I just thought to be able to put my own coloured ink into a brush pen, then that was something that was quite nice. I will just, let's just check how much they were. So bear with me while I have a little look. Here we go. So oh, it's not showing a price on there. Okay. Does it show a price? Doesn't matter. I will look them up for you, rather than faff about right now. But as you know, with Temu, these things are always really cheap. They were they were probably well under £5 for the 3. So we have those 3. And then, what should we do next? This I know was also Temu, and these are little water containers that I thought would be really good for when I'm out and about. So let's have a little look at these. I have got some Michael Harding and some Red Clover Meadow paints, I know. But because these have all been sat there for a little while, I've forgotten what I've got here. So let's just see. Oh, I see. So it's got a little handle. Does that come out as well? Yes. Oh, look. You've basically got three water containers. Now you could just take one out with you. Do they all link? Oh, they do. Look. So they've got little lips on them, which means, oops, where are we? Let's get you in your place there. Which means that you've actually, well, that one doesn't want to stay, but I think this was like £1 something. But it does mean that you've got these 3 water containers that you can either have sat on your desk, or that's okay now, or you can take out and about with you, and then they all slide back in. I've done it the right way, that way, and then that way. So if you only want to use it as one, or take them out separately, nice. Everything that's dinky and nice for traveling, I am always impressed with. So let's pop you to one side, and as I said, I will find the prices for those. This one was also Temu. Which side opens? This side. Oh, what I say? So it comes with these half pans that come out, and I'm not sure if you can see or not, but this is like silicone. So if you have got paints that like honey, you know, they've got honey in them, or you know, if they're still a bit wet when you put them away, that squashes down, and that's going to stop them from running into each other, which is rather lovely. There we go. As I said, I think all of these Temu things were like under a £5, well under a £5. So I'm quite impressed with the fact that these actually come out on this one, unlike another one that I've got. So yes, useful palette. And then the only other thing that came from Temu is this. And I thought that this was quite a dinky little, oh, where are we? Try and get into this somehow. A dinky little watercolor pad to maybe fit in my Sendak. There we go, we're getting into it now. So this says that it is 300 GSM and 100% cotton. It's potentate, and it's just glued on one end. There. I think that is perfect for doing little landscapes. So another thing to add to my when out and about traveling on plein air type stuff. Yes, that's, and it hasn't got, it's got a grain, but it's not one that's kind of in one of those patterns, so it's actually quite subtle and it looks like it's really nice. So lovely. It's 6 centimeters by 15 centimeters. Is that right? Is that what it says? Oh yeah, 6 by 15. Or let's go in the old money for the rest of us. It is 2 3/4 inches by 6 1/8 of an inch, basically. But that is a perfect size to take out and about traveling. So we'll pop that over there as well. I'll leave my little knife out. What shall we look at next? Okay, so I've got some washi tape that I ordered. I'm really preferring to use washi tape rather than masking tape. It just seems to tear the paper less. Okay, has that done it? There we go. And I really love the design on the front here with the bees and the flowers and the little honeycomb bit. It's so cute. Right, let us see what we get. Ah, there we go. Oh, so are these all this? No, they are all different. There's 12 different ones in here. These came from Amazon. So we've got a very big one, which is looking rather lovely. We've got this little one. That is stunning. That's kind of in, there we go. Let's move it there. That is just stunning. We've got our honeycombs. We've got some little bees. This one is just a very pale kind of flower in the background. And so is this one. And then in our second set, we've got another big one. So very monochrome with the flowers and butterflies. We've got a jolly floral with a black background. Monochrome bees. And then a little flower pattern on that one. Little flower pattern on that one. And oh, that one's gorgeous. It's kind of sepia in the background. But there we go. What a lovely set of washi tapes. So, as I said, they came from Amazon and I wanted more because I'm finding them so useful instead of masking tape. Right, what shall we do next? Let's do this next. So I ordered this Princeton Velvet Touch Petals brush, size 10. And I'm going to hope that you can see the shape of this. Maybe I need to hold up, there we go, piece of paper and move it around. So let's have a try with a bit of paint that's left over on my palette here. I'll just rinse it first so that we get some of that glue off, or paste, or whatever it is that they use. I don't know if there'll be enough paint on here. Ooh. Look at the leaves that it does. Oh, it's effortless. It's absolutely effortless to do these leaves. I wish I'd got a bigger size one, actually. It just does it all for you. Well, I'll bring that up a bit higher for you. It's wet, so I'll try and tilt it for you to be able to see all those lovely shapes that it does. That's not enough. Let's get something a bit darker. Here we go. I'm just going to bring it up a bit higher so that you can see what a wonderful, and if you tilt it to the side, then you definitely get these petal shapes. What a fantastic brush. Whoa! I might try and find a bigger size than 10 actually next time. But there we go. That is rather lovely. Right. Let's see what we've got next. Let's just dry this brush off. There we go. So next, I think I will share this Stillman and Burn Nova Series grey toned premium sketchbook. What have we got? 46 sheets or 92 pages. It's just 150 GSM. So let's get into this one. Okay, so that's, I do rather like a grey toned sketchbook. Right, I'm going to keep that because otherwise there is nothing that tells you what it is other than Stillman and Burn Nova Series on the back. Oh, that is lovely. Wow. So in the back here, I think I'm going to test out a little bit of paint. So let's grab some paint. I want to see if it kind of bleeds through, basically. Okay, we'll do a lily. Okay, so we've got some paint. Next, I want to test out pencil. Let's grab something quite dark. Luminance Dark Sap Green. I want to see what bleeds through and what doesn't. Next, we will try out a coloured micron in purple. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, This is a 0.5 micron. Let's try out one of the Elegant Writers. What happens with them? And of course, with the Elegant Writers, we can wet them. So we'll wet this one and see what happens with that. What else can we try? We can try our, where are my Caran d'Ache? There they are. My Neo Colour 2s. So maybe we'll stick with the greens. And we'll do a bit there. So that's our Neo Colour 2. And because they are water soluble, there we go. It's Neo Colour 2. What else might we use? We might use well, let's get another green, shall we? We might use a Pitt Artist brush pen, which is Faber-Castell. We'll pop that in there. What else? I might use one of my fountain pens, my Platinum Carbon fountain pens, to do some line and wash. What else might we use? We might use, let's get my, what else have we got in here? Ah, yes, there you are. So this is my Sailor Fude pen. What happens if we use that? Or maybe it's running out of ink. So maybe we won't try that right now. What else might we use? Well, I do quite often use these Art Graph soft carbon pencils. So we'll pop that there. White jelly roll. I'm just grabbing as many materials as I can to see what happens, really. Okay. I don't think I would probably use anything else much. At the moment, there seems to only be one thing that's bleeding through a little bit, but we'll leave that to dry and I will bring it back. But yeah, it feels, oh, it's soft touch and it does feel rather nice. So I'm just going to pop that in there and we will leave that to one side to dry. So let's bring in, I placed an order with Jackson's and I just got a few Michael Harding paints. Pop that over there. And what came with it for free was this Schminke Horadam dot card with 24 colours. So let's get another little bit of paper. or a couple of bits of paper. So, Michael Harding's Opera Rose. We will grab, oh, that pointy one goes in really nicely. We will grab a little bit of that. Oh, I wondered whether this would replace my Holbein's Bright Rose. So, as a comparison, where is my palette? Here it is. So, this is Holbein's Bright Rose, which we'll put underneath. It's got more of a blue tone to it by the looks. Yeah. Okay, well, we will leave them for a minute. Payne's Grey. I do not have Michael Harding's Payne's Grey. I have Neutral Tint, but not Payne's Grey. So I will be interested to see what Payne's Grey is like. Okay. It's not the bluest of Payne's Greys that I've come across, but it is very nice. This one is a replacement. It's called Warm White, but in case any of you haven't seen Warm White, let me just make sure my brush is clean after the Payne's Grey. Let's get some of this Warm White out. And I'm not sure how much that will show on this paper. But then again, why don't we put a bit? I haven't done straightforward watercolour on here, have I? Why don't we put a little bit on here? And I'm just carrying on using this Petals brush because it's the one that's out. Okay. Warm White. And then, and I'll leave that over there to dry. Van Dyke Brown. Oh, that one's kind of blobbing a bit. Whoa, stop, stop, stop. Let's just get that lid back on quick. So, Van Dyke Brown is very nice. I use sepia a lot, but I thought that I would try something else. So these are still wet. I'll bring these back up later. That's the Opera Pink. That's the Payne's Grey. That's the Warm White that you can't really see on white. And that is our Van Dyke Brown. So let's leave those to dry over there. And let us have a look at these Schminke Horodam dot cards, 24 colours. And what that leaves us with is my addition to my Red Clover Meadow handmade paints. And this is the watercolour sketchbook from their website. And my latest Peg and All purchase. So, lots of kind of swatching and things next. We've got a very nice thick piece of glassine there. Okay, let's make a bit of a space. And I think I will just get an ordinary size size 6 round. This is the Van Gogh brush that came with the Aguarella floral set that I purchased and have done a video on already. Right, I think my camera probably cut out. Don't quite know what happened. So the ones that I have done already, PY83, which is titanium yellow, PY184, which is the vanadium yellow, and then cadmium yellow light, which is PY35. So let's move along. And our next one is called Rooty Yellow. These must be new colours. PY53. Let's just double check. Yeah, PY53. Right, PY35 is cadmium yellow middle. Yeah, that's definitely got more of an orangey tinge than the cadmium yellow light. Then we've got cadmium yellow deep. I think what I'll do is I'll swatch them all. No, it's fine. Let's keep going. So PY35 PO20 for our cadmium yellow deep. Cadmium orange light, PO20. Cadmium orange deep, which is also PO20. Oops. Cadmium red orange. That is a nice colour. Ooh, that's also PO20. Lots of PO20. Cadmium red light, which is PO106 or 108. 108. Yeah. Cadmium red middle, also PR108. Cadmium red deep, same again, PR108. That is a very nice colour. I'm really liking those two and that one. Caroline dark red, PR178. Much more transparent than the cadmiums. PV19 for the ruby red. PR122 for the purple magenta. It does say exclusive colours. I'm wondering if these are definitely new ones that are coming out. Cobalt violet hue, PV62. Delft blue, PB60. Cobalt blue light, and it is a PB28. Cobalt cerulean, PB36. Pretty colour. Where's that one? PB35 for the Cobalt Azure. And that one doesn't want to re-wet very well. Then we've got Cobalt Turquoise. That's pretty. What is that? PG50? PG50. And PB36 for the Cobalt Green Turquoise. Both nice colours. Cobalt Green Dark. That is PG26. And then PG19 for the Cobalt Green Pure. Right. Let's I will bring those up now, but we'll look at them again. What have we got? We've got 4-star, 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 4, 4, 4. Are they all 4-star apart from that one? Well, they're all 4 or 5 stars apart from Purple Magenta. That is only 3 stars. Yeah, and what is this? This titanium yellow is semi-opaque, which would be about right. Light fastness 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's 4 for the Cobalt Green Pure, and for the Cobalt Green Dark, and the Cobalt Green Turquoise, and also for the Cobalt Azure and the Cobalt Cerulean. So the cobalts are, yep, the cobalts are all 4s. So they're 3s and 4s when it comes to light fastness. The cadmiums are opaque, and the rest are all either semi-transparent or semi-opaque. Granulating, which ones granulate? Let's have a little look. None at the top there. So the cobalt violet hue is granulating. Oh, and the cobalt azure and the cobalt cerulean, they're both supposedly granulating. Cobalt turquoises, the cobalt green turquoise, cobalt green dark, and cobalt green pure. So some of those are granulating. So I'll just pop them down behind me on the floor there to dry out, so that we can move on. So let's, before we move on to my red clover meadow, let's just have a look at this Peg and All palette. Okay, let's find some scissors. So maple wood, and then we've got the leather. It's all reclaimed leather that Peg and All use. We've got the Peg and All across here. So this is bigger than the one that I had because we've got this ceramic mixing part on it, and you can fit 6 colours in. So another day I will be filling that one up. It's quite a nice tight fit at the moment. Lovely. I will have to work out what 6 colours I'm going to put in there. The one that I've got already from Peg and All is this one. And you can see the difference in the size. This one I do adore. I've got 6 colours in there, but there's no mixing palette, which is still fine. And this will get used because it's much more travel friendly than this one. So that's the one that I have at the moment. Keep in my little bag for when I go on plein air sketching. So there we go. There's our Peg and All. Perhaps I'll lose my face now so that we can get more of the paints in. And maybe we will just move this a tad. There we go. So the pièce de résistance really are my Red Clover Meadow editions. Oh, little card as usual saying thank you. I've got this little dot card with forest green on it. Ooh, got another one of these lovely little round gold dots. They're good for travel palettes. So this is nice. We've got the watercolor swatch card in there, and you've also got Red Clover Meadows little linen bag to put this in. Now then, let me see what I ordered. Okay. It looks like they've can't read. Ah, that's right. I ordered these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I ordered this, which is the Violet Blue Mini palette. Okay. So that comes as a mini palette. And these 4 were just single half pans that I chose to add to my collection. The set plus the 4 plus the book, sketchbook, the whole lot came to £65.39. I think that's absolutely marvellous. Bargain. Absolute bargain. Right, let me find my... This is the tin that I keep all of my Red Clover Meadow paints in. There we go. And these are the colours that I have already. So I will be adding to this. But for now, let us just do a little swatch of these colours. And these, if you don't know, these push out, so you can push them through. And they have the name already printed on there for you, Coral Orange. So, you know, I just think that all these little touches make a difference. The purple umber I already have, but I'm getting through it, so I'm going to leave that one there for a minute because that's a spare, and you can always look up on one of my previous videos where I have already swatched that. This one is Exotic Green, so let's just push you through. Exotic Green. And then this one is Duck Egg Blue. So these three, whoops, are colours that I do not have. Duck Egg. Lovely. Let's, for now, take these out so that we can swatch them. We have got Magenta Lake. We can push that one through. You don't want to push through, do you? Most of them do. Oh, and that hasn't got the name on the side. Okay. So we will leave that there. This one is Lilac Violet. Push you through. You have got the name on the side. What happened to the name on the side of this one then? Never mind. I will write that one on. Whoops. Lilac Violet. We have got Ultramarine Violet Reddish. Are you going to push through? Yes. That one hasn't got a name on it either. Okay, well, we'll leave you with your little thing there. Maybe in the sets they don't. This is Sky Blue. That's got its name on. Okay, so we don't need to keep that one. This is Ultramarine. Yep, that's got its name on. And Ultramarine Violet. And that's got its name on. How weird that two of them haven't. Anyway, there are also the little magnets supplied, and I will put them on later as well. So let's pop that there, and the little swatch card there. And before I get in a muddle, let me find a fine liner and mark this up, because this is Magenta Lake. Right. There we go. That one's now got its name. And this one was, what was this one? Ultramarine Violet Reddish. Oh my gosh. I've shortened it to Ultra Violet Reddish. Okay. And now they do all have their names on. So, dropper. Let's find my dropper and just activate all of these. And we will move that one out of the way as well. Okay, so let's do the 3 that are separate. And we can start with our, that re-wet really nicely, coral orange. Okay. And then our exotic green. Oh no, my head's been getting in the way, hasn't it? There is our exotic green and duck egg blue. Oh, I was hoping this was going to be lovely, and it is. Okay, so those are the 3 separate paints that I bought. Now let's move on to this set of 6. So let's start here. And this is our sky blue. I do love these paints. They just re-wet so nicely and they're just such gorgeous colours. Obviously we've got ultramarine here, which funnily enough I hadn't bought. Stunning. Move you over. Okay, let's go this way. Ultramarine violet. Oh, really lovely. Right. Ultramarine violet reddish. Just gorgeous. Then we've got lilac violet. Wow. And then our magenta lake. Circle's gone a bit off magenta lake, but never mind. And I did blob a bit. All right. So there we have my addition to what I already have. I think you can see that those are going to make a really nice addition. They are colours that will complement what I already have and make up for where I don't have that much of. If you notice, I didn't have very many blues. I'd got 4 greens, but you could never have too many greens. So yes, I'm hoping that will really complement this palette of mine. So that's another thing that we need to let dry whilst we have a look at the sketchbook from Red Clover Meadow. I would like to add that I have paid for all of these, everything that I'm sharing with you today. So this watercolour sketchbook is 100% cotton. It's 300 GSM cold pressed paper, and its size is 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters, and it's 48 pages. So in old money, as we call it here in the UK, it's just under 5 inches by just under 5 inches, because it's a square, Michelle. So we will see. Let's do the back again. Oh, it's got a nice little sleeve in the back here, and it says Red Clover Meadow on it. How lovely. So I'm just going to use this. It's got quite a nice grain on it. So why don't we use just a little bit of one of these colours to test it out. And perhaps I will do the same as I did before. I will use a Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pen. I will use, what else did I use? I used the Elegant Writer. I use the Art Graph Carbon pencil. What else did I use? I used my Carbon Platinum fountain pen. I used the white jelly roll. Let's find the white jelly roll. Mind you, that's probably not going to show up on here anyway, is it? Well, it does a little bit, but you won't be able to see it. Neo Colour 2. That was it. We need a Neo Colour 2. Let's find a Neo Colour 2. Okay, let's just add some water to the Elegant Writer. We can add water to the pencil, soft carbon pencil, and we can also add it to the Neo Colour. and we will let all of that dry and see if anything comes through or not. Okay, I'm just going to dry everything off, try and tidy this up and come back, and we will look at some of the things that we were waiting for to dry. So back in a moment. When my mouse works. There we go. Okay, so I will move them away one by one, just as a reminder. So we've had these brush pens and the set of 3 water containers with its little handle. They were all from Temu, together with this dinky little 6 by 15 millimeter, no, 6 by 15 centimeter little watercolor pad that's 300 GSM and is 100% cotton. So those 3, together with, moving them out of the way now, this lovely palette with its silicone bit in the top, 15 half pans that come out, and even if your paint's wet, you're going to be able to shut that and not worry. I like the fact that it's clear see-through because you'll be able to see your colours as well. Yeah, that little palette from Temu. We had the Princeton Petals size 10 brush that makes these gorgeous shapes, absolutely stunning. So we'll move you over there. Then we had all of our lovely washi tape. We had the Peg and All palette, and on another separate video I will be sharing me filling that up. So that was that one. What else did we have? We had 4 lots of Michael Harding paints. We had the Opera Rose, Payne's Grey, Warm White and Van Dyke Brown. And now if I bring these up, you can see the Opera Pink is very nice, but it doesn't outdo the Holbein's Bright Rose. I will still use it though because of all my florals, but yes, there we go. Those were the Michael Harding paints, so we'll move them over to one side. We had the Red Clover Meadow paints. We had Coral Orange, Exotic Green, and where are we? Duck Egg. Then we had Sky Blue, Ultramarine, Ultramarine Violet, Ultramarine Violet Reddish, Lilac Violet, and Magenta Lake. Now, I confess I smudged that one a little bit because I've got so much on my desk. So those were the Red Clover Meadow paints that are still drying. So I'm going to leave them over to one side. We looked at the Stillman and Burn Nova series, and somewhere, which I have now lost. Oh, here it is. This was the grey toned paper. It's 150 GSM and it's 8 by 10 inches. And just to test things out, I've used a page in the back here. So we've got some paints. That's the warm white because it didn't show up on the white paper. So that was Michael Harding's. That was me using the petal brush. Then we've got Caran d'Ache Luminance. We've got, what was this one? Oh, yes, I remember. That one was a Micron, Pigma Micron pen. Then we've got the Elegant Writer. We've got Caran d'Ache Luminant, not Caran d'Ache Luminance, Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2 and Neo Colour 2 watered down. We've got the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Brush Pen. We've got Fountain Pen. We've got White Jelly Roll. We've got the Artgraph Soft Carbon Pen. So, to be fair, the only thing that has come through slightly is the Elegant Writer. But nothing else has gone through the page onto the other side, and that's what I really wanted to test for. So I'm thinking not the Elegant Writer in here, but just about anything and everything else. So that is our Stillman and Burnt sketchbook. We also had this little sketchbook, which is the Red Clover Meadow sketchbook, and that's 300 GSM cold pressed. And we've used all the same kinds of different materials in here. Elegant Writer is wet media. We've used paint. We've used the Artgraph Carbon pencil and Neo Colour 2. And if I turn the page, nothing has come through. So this paper is going to work for just about everything, and it's a really lovely little size. And all that leaves me to share with you then, apart from the mess that I'm making, let's just clear that off. I'm in a messy day, aren't I? So let's bring these up again. Titanium yellow, vanadium yellow, cadmium yellow light, rooty yellow, cadmium yellow middle, cadmium yellow deep, cadmium orange light, cadmium orange deep. I do quite like this cadmium red orange, cadmium red light, cadmium red middle, cadmium red deep. Then we've got Perylene dark red, which is much more translucent than any of the others. We've got ruby red, we've got purple, magenta, cobalt violet blue, Delft blue, cobalt blue light, cobalt cerulean, cobalt azure. That one is quite light and transparent. It's also granulating. I can see that granulating. Cobalt turquoise, cobalt green turquoise, cobalt green dark, and cobalt green pure. So, and these apparently are their exclusive colours from Schminke Horodam. 24 shades of exclusive colours. Would that make a nice palette for you? I don't know. So, precious pigments, and offers the ideal opportunity to test these. In addition, the shades are difficult or impossible to mix. So maybe that's why they're called exclusive. So there we go. Lots of lovely goodies, and yeah, maybe there's something in there that can go on your wish list or not. Hope you enjoyed me opening all of those. I hope my head didn't get in the way too much. It might have. I think it's one of those recording days where things don't always go how you wish them to, but such is life, and I'm not going to worry about it at all. Hopefully you'll be able to see enough to gather the information that you want. So, as always, have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in this world. Stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay calm. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.